Tonight, the gravity of the war is impossible to ignore. At Dover Air Force Base in Delaware, the president...
I've been watching the news for some time now. And when I say the news, I mean all of it. I'm talking CNN, Fox, you name it, I watch it. There's a reason I don't stick to one source. I've noticed that many of them tend to be rather biased. Maybe this can be me and my soon-to-be news crews calling. A way we can make a difference in the world. We'll bring unbiased news to America as I document the process. First though, we need to find news stories and ask locals how to make the best channel possible, for everyone, on all sides. This is the true story of 69 Action News.
Service members killed during the first days of the war. Fire and smoke rise from the oil refinery in Tehran as Israel launches a new wave of attacks. American B-1 bombers have now arrived in the UK.
We do kind of need a plan to coordinate the protest thing on Saturday, if that's what we're
We
doing.
do need to do
Because
that.
that really does seem like the best option. There's not really a difference between Saturday and Tuesday.
Okay, so what questions do we want to be asking?
Well, let's pull up exactly what the protest is.
Anti-fascism, right?
So I think it would be good to kind of kick it off. Just, do you watch the news?
Okay.
I think that's a great one. I think why protest is a good question in and of itself.
I mean, we could kind of bring it to everything. Do you think that most news channels are biased instead of just kind of the one that they watch? You know?
I think that's a good one. I like
Okay.
that.
We should be aware of the very real possibility that nobody wants to talk to us. Yeah.
So I think, are we ready for Saturday? We're definitely ready for Saturday.
I think we're ready.
Ready for the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah. Mission accomplished.
This is going to be our first protest we've ever encountered in person. We knew nothing better than to pick the closest and soonest one available, so there can be almost nothing to predict of what we're getting ourselves into.
I didn't expect my hands to be this quick, to be honest.
Are they all as dangerous as displayed on the news? Will there be fighting? Will we be a part of it? Only time can give us the answer.
And then after, do you have a preferred news source? Ask about general bias in news.
Yo, it's so cool.
But we do have like some very general questions about like the news in general.
Oh God, okay, yeah, hit me.
What do you think of the mainstream media?
I don't trust it, I don't believe it.
All right.
Here it is. They are lying, clearly they're lying. But it's my whole family, right? They're all MAGA Republicans, which is a whole can of worms that, yeah. They have Fox News on 24/7.
Okay.
And we know that Fox News lies, right?
What I want is for Congress to vote. At this point, Trump is a failed dictator, or whatever you want to call him, and we need Congress to step up.
As K-pop Demon Hunters plays in the distance and the cars continue to honk in hopes for democracy, I think it might be safe to say that at least the majority of these protesters are anti-Trump, and the country is just not quite golden to them.
Well, his biggest thing is he won the election. We know that's a lie. Thank you so very much.
Get this. It's cold as shit.
It sure is, bro.
We need to go to CVS. Take a quick vibe. Do we want to do that now or one more? Or?
Let's do that now.
Okay, now.
The largest biases are, it's one side or the other. It's red versus blue. I mean, I definitely think bias plays a part into it. Not bashing one side or the other. I think that's really important, like not name calling. If there was a media that incorporated both, where I didn't have to go to different ones and search and look, that would be awesome.
What I kind of figured is apparently the group is kind of like nervous about us. They're worried that like we're people who are gonna like take their stuff out of context and whatnot. And I was like, that's totally fair for you to think that. Yeah. But I was like, please understand, no, we're not doing anything like that.
To avoid conflict, we had no option but to leave. And unfortunately, there wasn't a protest nearby that lead more towards the other side so we could get their view on the narrative. But I'd say it's okay because all we truly needed was information.
information that's causing both sides to point fingers at one another to get us closer to closing the can of worms that this protester and her family go through, and many other families in America. And with that, we still need more stories to cover, and there it was, lying on a bench. With another meeting planning it out, Christian decided he wouldn't be able to control himself because of his hatred for AI, so we'll have to go without him.
We know there are certainly issues surrounding it, but it's coming. Our students are going to have to integrate with it.
I mean, it's here, whether we want it to be or not. The way internet culture has evolved in my lifetime is insanity. I can't even begin to express how different it is now versus when I was, Jenna's age.
Going to like any career events for our industry where there's a lot of pressure to get familiar with this and figure it out. Yeah.
What you see in the exhibition is Kevin, who's gracious enough to just really showcase the range of his experimentation in AI.
So much has happened in this AI realm. Even into November, I was questioning, there's new things that are happening that I want to show that I was still trying to figure out as I was handing it off to Eric.
Because there's no humanity, it feels almost like I'm looking at just something a machine made and not something that has any sort of creativity or any sort of thought put behind it, because it's just code like binary code zeros and ones.
Now I just want to kind of talk about how I fell into AI so easily, because it was something that came on my radar. It's actually the stolen work of people all over the planet, and you slapping your name on it is the most offensive affront to art I've ever heard in my life.
If you're not going to sit and hear the answer, then don't ask the question.
There's no age verification or anything else. One of the parents in the articles in my work talks about how she didn't even know that her child was talking to a chatbot. She had no idea this was going on. The day I lose connection, the day I can read a headline about a 13-year-old girl committing suicide over being sexually abused by an AI chatbot, is the day I lose my humanity. So.
You have to wonder if someday in the future, will robots, when they become mainstream, have protests just like this one, but instead will it be against humans? Will they laugh at Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci for taking years upon years to master their craft when AI could make designs in seconds? Maybe only if they could be capable of laughing, which one day might just happen. And with that, we just need one more story to cover before we make the news.
So who are you? What are you doing out here?
So I'm Ephraim. I'm with Allied Scholars for Animal Protection, and what we do is we do signs like this to get people to come up and tell me why they're against animal cruelty, and then what I'll do is I'll flip it on them and I'll ask you, why are you still paying for animal cruelty via farming practices and paying for animals to be killed for food? Sometimes people will come up angry, sometimes people will come up curious. And they'll be like, well, don't you think it's wrong to kick dogs or kill animals? And I'll give them a bunch of the common excuses people give for not going vegan. So I'm like, what if kicking a dog brought me pleasure, or what if it was convenient, or what if I actually got a health benefit from exercise from beating the dog? And people are horrified by that response. But that's typically the response that I get when I tell people they should go vegan. They tell me, oh, well, there's some health benefits to meat, or it's really convenient for me to not have to be vegan. I think some people could be scared to cover it. They also could be for ideological reasons, they don't want to cover it. Typically when there's an expose on a factory farm, the media will frame it as if this is an industry standard and it's this specific one that's doing this. But no, all farms treat their animals like this.
We've gone grocery shopping long enough now that we have all the information and stories we need to make our very first broadcast. All we have to do now is make lemonade. Is it biased to believe that the news is biased? If so, will we be able to do the impossible? Whatever might happen in the next few hours might just be the start of change for America.
I think the news is the enemy of the people. It's kind of my hope that we won't be the enemy of the people, and I'm really just rolling on a lot of faith and hope for that one.
We're in an age of misrepresentation with words and removing of context.
The only thing is, it'd be nice if 69 could stand out more. Could you, like, if you move it more to the side so that the white behind it, so that, yeah.
I care most about the feel, what the audience is going to be thinking, because it's a story of what we're telling them. And that is the most important thing at the end of the day.
My main concern is the audio quality. If the levels look good, so am I.
3, 2, 1, action.
Welcome to Channel 69 News, all action, all the time. And in our first broadcast, we will be talking to you and only you, the American people, about the civil unrest going on in this country, sweeping everyone off their feet, out of their homes, from the perspective of Kansas. Now let's first talk about Adobe Animate, the decades-old 2D animation software used to make such hit shows as Teen Titans Go.
No, I'm sorry. Used to make such hit shows.
Okay. Used to make such hit shows.
Used to make such hit shows.
Right. Used.
This is a back up a couple seconds.
Right.
You good?
No, stop. No. Are you good?
I'm great.
Okay. Good to hear.
I'm just trying to get this tape.
All right, we all chilling?
We good?
Yep.
All right. The decades-old 2D animation software used to make such hit shows as Teen Titans Go, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
That was good. Sick. That was perfect.
I knew those acting lessons we should pay off one day. For the next take, let me go ahead, just try to be louder.
Yeah.
Okay.
He misspoke a couple of words that, if I was a real big stickler, I really would have wanted to go back and make sure they're 100%. But, it's really whatever. And honestly, that's the kind of thing I feel like I need to let go as a person.
So, yeah, democracy now.
Yeah, let's take it from the top.
Last week, or earlier this month, 69 Action News went to better understand social
Actually,
movements.
let's just go back and do it earlier this month.
Oh.
You kind of get,
I'm not really believing what you're saying.
Okay.
Can you, just make me believe it?
Make you believe it. So.
Like me, the audience. I don't think the audience.
Right.
If I'm not going to believe it, the audience.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, start from the top.
I want to feel fucked by your words.
Out of respect for those who, in good faith, allowed us to interview them, we decided to leave. We also appreciate their...
Alright, sorry. A little too many hand movements. It's like a Harry Potter casting a spell.
Okay.
A little less.
A little less. So would you prefer if I just, stood
maybe
here
just one hand.
like a jackass?
Just tone down the left hand 25%.
25%?
75%.
What does that even mean? 25%?
Can you describe it to him what he's trying to say?
Describe what I understand percentages. I don't understand.
Well, if you had
the
4
percentage.
quarters and you got rid of 3 of them,
Okay.
the amount of quarter that's left is how many hand movements you should do.
How about this?
One $1
Right.
Exactly.
So
We
left
only want
hand,
69 hand movements.
left hand, 25%. Words that feel like you're getting fucked. There it is.
I think that's perfect.
I think
that's what I'm looking
right
for.
on the money. I think we should go into our next.
From the top?
From the top. Fuck the bottom. Let's go. So, JCC AI protest in response to whatever the hell they had going on the other night. Students organized a protest, I guess, in order to express their dissatisfaction with. Speed it up.
Speed it up.
Come on.
All right, you could also talk fast.
What?
I thought the teleprompter speed went absolutely fine. It was up as high as it possibly could go, and for the rest of it, I think it did a good job modulating it. And honestly, for the most part, we're hanging out around the mid-ranges.
What about speeding up told you I should go back?
Okay, all right.
What about that communicated
In response to an AI art exhibit.
You want to talk about 25%? How much of your goddamn brain is working right
When
now?
the prompt is rolling, you're talking, and it's rolling right now.
It's rolling slow as hell.
It's at 50. I can't make it go extra 50.
I'm sorry that the
There's no
teleprompter.
50 plus.
I'm sorry. I'm so genuinely sorry that the teleprompter is moving at a 4th grade reading.
I can't make it move faster. This is the fastest the teleprompter can go.
That's my goddamn
You want
bad.
bigger letters?
Fuck this, man. I ain't trying to worry about. AI protest in response to an AI. Guys, I'm not really feeling it.
Dude, what the fuck?
I'm not really feeling it.
More enthusiasm.
Right. We got it.
From the top?
JCC AI protest in response to an AI art exhibit at Johnson County College. Fuck the community. We were able to interview a couple of the speakers and a professor to hear a little bit more about what they had to say.
Yeah, I couldn't hear that last.
What's the last part?
That says protester.
That's what I
Do I
said.
get slow it down for you? You said professor.
When did we get this guy?
He's doing great.
There was a time where I had to be absent. I don't feel that the production quality was as good at that time, so if you also notice that, it's not my fault.
When you finish that sentence,
Right.
take a sip.
Take a sip? What the fuck do you think this is, man?
Yeah, take a sip.
Yeah, take a sip out of it. You gotta put it in your mouth.
I think I'm good.
Means?
I don't think you know what that means. You just told a grown ass man to take a sip of his sippy cup. Is that how you talk to
Just
me?
take okay, take a goddamn gulp.
I'll chug it. If that's what you want, sir, yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll chug this shit. We were able to interview a couple of the speakers and a protester to hear a little bit more about what they had to say.
Nicely done. You did good.
That was really good.
Government partial shutdown. AP News reports that a partial government shutdown began the day my woman left me, February 14th. But the work of ICE and CBP will mostly continue unabated thanks to billings and funding from the Trump administration's 2025 tax and spending laws.
So they shut down the government, but none of the programs that they have a problem with?
Yep.
You would say any more about that? You want to rant about that?
I mean, it speaks for itself.
Can you move the mug a little bit more to the, you're right.
Speaks for itself.
Why does it speak for itself?
Say that sentence again for America.
Why does it speak for itself?
No, the before, like the.
Oh, yeah.
Move the mug to the right.
Good.
Well, no, you did that, but you asked me to say it.
So the governmental shutdown.
We were able to speak with a local animal rights activist who likes to use rage baiting as a way of starting a dialogue with individuals, hoping to use their own aggravation and frustration towards him as a teaching method. This is what he had to say.
That's it right there.
Yep.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm easy to work with. I don't really see the problem.
Yes, you're very easy to work with.
I was.
Yeah.
And America, that seems to be all we have for you today in our first broadcast. At 69 Action News, all action all the time. We made it our personal goal to deliver this news to you with as much authenticity and soul as humanly possible. We're 69 Action News, all action, all the time. Good night. Sick mode.
Thanks, yeah, we used AI to make that, ChatGPT. We're proud of the logo.
What you mean?
Yeah, I mean, we used the ChatGPT and
Fuck do you mean?
Shutterstock to make those mugs. So we're super proud of it.
You're super. Hold on. So like,
It's cool. It's a cool thing.
let me get this right. You have me drinking water out of an AI mug.
Well, I mean, it's a
Well,
mug.
I
It's
just
not
think
AI
it's
mug.
yo,
It's just
what
a
the
mug
fuck?
mug. Like it's the same mug that all mugs are. Like, you want to paint one?
Want me to crack this goddamn mouth plug over your head? Bullshit, bro. Don't talk about me. I ain't went to high school and shit, man. I be dropping shit, man. Okay. Shit, man. I'll tell you what I think. Bro.
It seems as if to become a news channel, everyone needs to have the same beliefs. When the public will see our news broadcast, little will they know that it will be our last. They will only ever see what we decide to show them with no recollection of what we went through to make it. Maybe that's just what it means to be a news channel. And if so, I could never be the same ever again.
Welcome to Channel 69 News, all action, all the time. In our first broadcast, we will be talking to you and only you, the American people, about the civil unrest going on in this country, sweeping everyone off their feet, out of their homes, from the perspective of Kansas. Now, our first topic today, Adobe Enemy.
I don't really watch the news all that much. I think a lot of news nowadays is they push propaganda a lot, and it's hard to flip on a news channel and know how much truth you're getting in every story.
Do you feel like we're trying to push propaganda, or that we're being biased?
No, I think it's more informative than biased. It's not trying to push any sort of agenda. It's just stating the facts.
Related to the AI chatbot use, we were able to interview a couple of the speakers and the protesters to hear a little bit more about what they had to say.
We are supposed to be about creativity and the human will of like, oh, what can we make?
I thought it was a well done segment for sure.
Did it appear that it went smoothly and there wasn't any problems in the making of it?
Oh yeah, totally. Like it looks totally smooth. I don't know why there would be any problems or anything at all. Like you guys did flawless. Like I said, I would be shocked if there was anything that went wrong with there.